Speaking section. The speaking section tests your ability to communicate in English in an academic setting. During the test, you will be presented with 4 speaking questions. The questions ask for a response to a single question, a talk, or a lecture. The prompts and questions are presented on time. You may take notes as you listen, but notes are not graded. You may use your notes to answer the questions. Some of the questions ask for a response to a reading passage and a talk or a lecture. The reading passages and the questions are written, but the directions will be spoken. Your speaking will be evaluated on both the fluency of the language and the accuracy of the content. You will have 15 to 20 seconds to prepare and 45 to 60 seconds to respond to each question. Typically, a good response will require all of the response time and the answer will be complete by the end of the response time. You will have about 17 minutes to complete the speaking section. A clock on the screen will show you how much time you have to prepare each of your answers and how much time you have to record each response.
You will now be asked a question about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to plan your response and 45 seconds to speak.
Do you agree or disagree with the statement, online education is more effective than traditional classroom learning?
You will now read a short passage and then listen to a conversation on the same topic. You will then be asked a question about the passages. After you hear the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. You have 45 seconds to read the passage below.
Hey, have you heard about the changes to the university lunch program?
Yeah, I just read the announcement. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Really? I think it's a great idea. The expanded menu options will give us more variety and cater to different dietary needs.
I understand that, but I'm concerned about the potential increase in prices. If they're bringing in renowned chefs, it might lead to higher costs, and not everyone can afford that.
That's a valid point. However, I believe the benefits outweigh the potential increase in prices. Having more nutritious options can positively impact our health and overall well-being, which is worth investing in.
I see your point, but what about the extended dining hours? I feel like it's unnecessary. It might disrupt the current routine and make it harder to find a quiet place to study during lunchtime.
I understand your concern, but not all students have the same schedule. Extending the hours allows for more flexibility, especially for those with back-to-back classes or extracurricular activities. It's about accommodating different needs.
I suppose that makes sense. I guess I'm just worried about the potential drawbacks. It would be helpful if they could address those concerns in the implementation.
Absolutely, feedback is crucial. We should voice our concerns and suggestions to the university administration to ensure they consider all perspectives and make adjustments if needed.
The woman expresses her opinion about the proposal described in the letter. Briefly summarize the proposal. Then state her opinion about the proposal and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
You will now read a short passage and then listen to a lecture on the same topic. You will then be asked a question about the passage. After you hear the question, you have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. You have 45 seconds to read the passage below. You may begin reading now.
Now, listen to part of a lecture in an environmental science class.
Today we will discuss the concept of carbon cycling and sequestration, and its importance in mitigating climate change. An example that illustrates this concept is the role of forests in carbon sequestration.
Forests act as carbon sinks by absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere through photosynthesis, storing the carbon in their biomass and soil. This process helps regulate CO2 levels and reduces its impact as a greenhouse gas.
For instance, the Amazon rainforest, known as the lungs of the earth, covers a vast area and holds a significant amount of carbon. Through natural processes like photosynthesis and decomposition, the Amazon rainforest sequesters a substantial amount of carbon, contributing to the global carbon cycle and helping offset anthropogenic CO2 emissions.
Additionally, forests also provide other ecosystem services, such as habitat preservation and water regulation, further emphasizing the importance of preserving and restoring forest ecosystems. By protecting and managing forests, we can enhance carbon sequestration and promote sustainable development.
Explain how the example from the professor's lecture illustrates the concept of carbon cycling and sequestration.
You will now listen to part of a lecture. You will then be asked a question about it. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak.
Listen to part of a lecture in an astronomy class.
Today we will delve into the fascinating topic of dark energy, a mysterious force that influences the expansion of the universe. Dark energy is believed to be responsible for the accelerated expansion of the universe and constitutes a major component of the cosmos. Scientists have proposed various strategies to understand and study dark energy. One strategy involves the use of supernovae as standard candles. By observing the brightness and distance of type Ia supernovae, scientists can measure their apparent magnitude and determine their redshift. This data helps in estimating the expansion rate of the universe and provides insights into the nature of dark energy. For example, the Supernova Legacy Survey, SNLS, and the Dark Energy Survey are two projects that have used this strategy to gather data and shed light on the properties of dark energy. Another strategy focuses on studying the large-scale structure of the universe, using techniques like baryon acoustic oscillations, BAO, and galaxy surveys. BAO refers to the periodic clustering of matter caused by sound waves in the early universe. By analyzing the distribution of galaxies and measuring the BAO scale, scientists can infer information about the expansion history of the universe and the presence of dark energy. The Sloan Digital Sky Survey, SDS, and the Wigglez Dark Energy Survey are examples of projects that have utilized this strategy to investigate dark energy.
Using points and examples from the lecture, explain 2 ways that scientists study dark energy.